This is arguably one of the best-selling sedans in the Kenyan market, and this car has brought a lot of change in how the market works. Remember, in the last few years, Toyota Premio and Toyota Allion were the rulers, but once they introduced Mazda Atenza, or I can say Mazda 6, the dynamics have changed. Watu wengi sahi wanaangalia hapa, especially the youth, wale the young generation yenye wanataka gari ama Gen Zs, most of them would always go for design over reliability. But what I can say is that this Mazda Atenza has all that in store. It is very reliable, it's fuel efficient, it is modern, and it is a pretty safe vehicle for you guys. So today we want to see why this car sells than any other sedan in the Kenyan market right now. And of course it is a Mazda, na Mazda wamekuja na ubaya sana. They are selling almost all their cars. Remember kuna Mazda Demio, remember there is Mazda 2, and also kuna Mazda CX-5, of which it is also giving Toyota Harrier a run for its money. It is because ukijaribu kuangalia the kind of things that you get in that car, it is somehow, or I can say it is value for money. Yeah, unapata some features that you won't get in the regular Toyota Harrier, or you also don't get features that you get in the regular Toyota Premio or Toyota Allion. Na pia when you look at the pricing, I think the price is actually very, very reasonable. And for example, this car is a 2019 Mazda Atenza, and they are asking for 2.75 million shillings for this 2-liter turbocharged, 2-liter naturally aspirated petrol. Toyota Premio ya 2019-2020 right now, nimesikia bei yake ni wazimu sana. People are asking for 2.8 million shillings. Toyota Allion 2.6. And remember, you have this, and this is not the most premium. You can go for a premium 2.2 liter turbo diesel for even 2.7 million shillings. Unapata gari ingine safi, and remember, it doesn't come with a CVT, it comes with an automatic transmission. So in terms of reliability, this is actually a very, very good car. On the other side, ukiangalia mambo ya fuel economy pia, a 2-liter petrol with Sky Active technology is actually decent. You get an average of 13 to 15 kilometers per liter. That is depending on where you're driving. If you're a petrol head, you like throttling the car around, maybe you can get 13 kilometers per liter. But if you're driving in the highway conservatively, unaweza pata 15 to 16 kilometers per liter. So that is basically what you get when you purchase a Mazda Atenza. And of course, before hata uangalie gari zingine, you just have to look at this car and marvel at it. In terms of design, Mazda wako very, very meticulous. And of course, we know wako na a blueprint which they call it the Mazda Code of Blueprint. Wanatumia ku design most of their cars. You get at least some identical features like the grille hapo, the emblem, the headlights. It actually points in one direction. That is the Code design of which Mazda wako nazo kwa gari zao zote. So today I want us to make a quick review of this car. Let us see what this car offers, what the car has for you guys in store, and why this should be the best car for you so far. And remember, there is another one. There is a wine red Mazda. I think it's also an Atenza somewhere there. And also, if you're a Toyota diehard, bado tuko na Toyota Allion ya Silver A18 iko pale. We still have Toyota Corolla Axio, of which it is no match to this year. Maybe we can compare it to the Mazda Axela. We have Toyota Premios, and also there are so many other Toyotas in the market. And by the way, guys, if you're new to this channel and maybe you're watching the videos without subscribing, kindly make a point of subscribing, like and share our videos, so that at least we get new people tuning into the channel and help us grow this amazing YouTube channel. Now, before we start that, we have this Mazda Demio here, yenye nataka kuwapatia na deal safi. This is a 2019 Mazda Demio, 1.5 liter, or I can say 1500cc petrol. It is a 2-wheel drive. Hii gari tunaitisha 1.45 million shillings, and I know I need 650,000 deposit only. That is inclusive of tracker and insurance. Alafu tunakupatia 36 months to repay, ama 36 months repayment period. So you'll be paying around 33,000 Kenyan shillings monthly for this Mazda Demio, and it is wine red. So kama unataka Mazda 2, just go through my channel. They are premium Mazda 2s with the leather seats, heated seats, everything, all the exclusive features ziko hapo. So let us get back to this. This is a 2019 Mazda Atenza, which is powered by a 2-liter petrol engine with Sky Active technology, and it gives you 154 horsepower, 200 Newton meters of torque, which is decent for a car like this. All that power is sent to the front wheels via a 6-speed Sky Active transmission system, which is very, very smooth and robust. The reason why I like the Mazda Sky Active transmission system, it is very smooth and it is very, very reliable. Remember, Mazda inakupatia two types of transmission, inakupatia manual transmission and get automatic transmission. Mambo ya CVT, they tried, and since we said Mazda is a very meticulous car company, they tried CVT na wakaona it doesn't work. The engineers wakasema we'll never touch that, we'll always maintain 6-speed automatic or 8-speed auto and manual, which is actually the best. We said that engine with that all horsepower inakupatia an average of 13 to 15 kilometers per liter. On a good day, 16 kilometers per liter, but it depends actually on the driving conditions. It also depends on the powertrain, whether it's a 2-wheel or a 4-wheel drive. Not 4-wheel, all-wheel drive. For the all-wheel drive, you might get maybe 14 kilometers per liter on a good day. Let us go down to the design and talk about it. All round, first of all, the car looks absolutely amazing. I think I like what Mazda is doing here. The car looks very, very sleek. The design is very well thought of. Imetengenezwa vizuri in terms of the structure, in terms of the safety, in terms of the rigidity of the chassis. I think it's actually very, very good, very, very comfortable car. And yeah, everything is very well done. Ukiangalia the general look of the car, especially lengthwise, inakaa fiti. The front slopes nicely, the rear side has a nice cut over there, and the roof slopes very, very beautifully. And generally, I think this car looks amazing. Ukiangalia the wheels pia unapata some good looking alloys, which is actually amazing. Let us now look at the front side. Of course, you get the signature Mazda grille right there. You get this beautiful design over here. And of course, you get the new emblem, which kinda looks amazing. And just under it, you get your camera. And remember, this car has 360-degree camera, so that at least you get a clear view of the car while in the interior, or maybe you want to park the car in tight spaces, you will need those cameras by your side. Chrome finishing here and there, at least to make the car look more premium. And also on this side, instead of the fog lights, for the 2019 models onwards, utapata imekuja na those chrome finishing. You get a set of full LED headlights, which actually looks amazing. These are your main project headlights. Iko na daytime running lights, which are circular, and also on the top side you have your daytime running lights, which can be used as your turn signals also. So the design is actually good, and they're very, very powerful, especially for the projectors. Ukiwa highway, they're adaptive, so you can be able to use this car without blinding all the other road users. Tukuja hapo on the sides, especially when talking about the wheels, we have these 18-inch alloys, 18-inch tires, which are actually amazing. In the other cars that unaweza pata around 17, which is still very much okay. You get your Yokohama highway tires, which would be perfect for this car and also perfect for the Kenyan roads. Kama wewe ni mtu kutaka kujaribu off-road, maybe you can go for the all-weather tires, or if you want extreme look, maybe you can go for the the mud grip tires, but I don't think that would fit nicely with this. Ukiangalia braking, uko na vented solid brake discs over there, which are actually amazing, zinafanya kazi vizuri. And when it comes to the suspension and handling of the car, you get your McPherson start suspension with coil and springs with anti-roll bars to ensure that the car is stable all through, and also to ensure that there is minimal body roll when driving this vehicle. On the side, you have 16.5 centimeters of ground clearance, which is ideal for the Kenyan roads. For cars in Kenya, that would be perfect. 16. It's walkable, it's doable. You can actually go through every road without any issues, unless kama unaenda extreme off-roading, it might struggle a bit. On the sides, you have blinkers, turn signals on the side mirrors, and on the underside unapata your cameras, which actually look pretty good. Alafu pia hapa ndani, for blind spot monitoring system, you'll be able to notice that on the windows, especially for the driver. Kama kuna gari on your blind spot, it will show you there. Keyless entry, ukiwa na kifungu in close proximity, you just press this button and the car will open for you. You have chrome finishing all along the window panes, at least maybe to make the car look more premium and all that, but it's actually amazing. Alafu pia the roofline is quite good. No roof rails on this, which is still very much okay. On the rear side, I think this is very well thought of from Mazda. Everything looks okay. I like this bump here in a kafiti. Ukona the Mazda emblem. Just under it, ukona this chrome finish that kind of connects the two taillights together, of which these are full LEDs, starting from the brake light, the taillights, your turn signals, and your reverse lights. All of them are LEDs, unlike the other companies, of which wanatumia bulbs when it comes to your turn signals and your reverse lights. Mazda wameamua full LED. This is an Atenza. The other ones are usually Mazda 6, but remember the nameplate changes from 2019. You can get 2020, it's purely the number, so this one will change to Mazda 6 all the way from 2020 kwenda mbele. But everything is similar, all the other things are the same. It's only in Mazda 2, Mazda Premio, Mazda Atenza and Mazda 3, that's where there are a bit of changes in the other cars. But for Mazda 6, Mazda Atenza, Mazda CX-5, that's where the name still remains the same. Sky Active technology, which powers the car, is right there. It helps you to conserve on fuel and to make sure that the car gives you the maximum power output as much as possible. Huku nyuma unapata a number of sensors for added safety, a rear facing camera to ensure that you get a clear view of the rear side. It has two exhausts, one on the right, one on the left side, and then of course you have your towing hooks to ensure that you can tow other cars, or you can be towed from the rear side nicely. So basically that's it about the exterior of the car. Let me give you a tour of the interior, and then of course you guys will tell me whether you like this car or not. So maybe Derek unaweza pause hapo tuingie huko ndani. Alright, so let us now check the interior of the car. Everything looks perfect. I like the design on the door. Mazda have been doing so much to ensure that everything about their car looks nice, and in this case the design on the door looks brilliant. Of course you get a bit of plastic, that is to cut down on the production costs and also to make the car a bit more lighter. So this is majorly plastic, a bit of plastic finishing over here, chrome finishing on this side, power door controls. This plastic actually, but it feels like leather. Amazing stitches, some large speakers which sounds amazing, and then of course you have your door bins which of course can fit a few other things. Paddle lights are also available there, at least to show you that the doors are open if you accidentally leave them open. And now this is the cockpit of the car. It looks amazing. I like the seats which are here. Not the best, but the seats are good. So the only thing that is lacking on this is actually leather finishing on the seats, but it's actually amazing. The seats are very, very comfortable. Amazing stitches on the headrest, and it feels good. The rest of the seat looks good. Body wise, very, very comfortable. This is a fabric for easy ventilation, and also on the lower side the seats are electrically adjustable, and of course you get memory settings. So once you press that, the seat will assume the last settings that were saved on the first slot. You can also do the same thing for the second slot depending on what was set there. So this is actually amazing. If you're driving the car with your wife, or you're sharing a car with the wife or your spouse, everybody has their own settings, setting number 1 or 2. Let us sit inside here and see what this vehicle offers. And from the first impression, everything looks nice. I have no complaints about this Mazda, especially CX-5 and Atenzas. I think they're just an all-round vehicle. Wanakuwa wametwekea almost everything as you'd expect. On the steering wheel, you have this beautifully made steering wheel, and these are typically what you get in the Mazda CX-5, Mazda CX-8, and every other large Mazda SUV. I think for Mazda Premio it's a bit different, but for the large cars it is the same design. So you get leather finishing on the steering wheel, and we said the steering wheel is heated using this button here, which is amazing. Though we don't have the cooling features on the steering wheel. I've not seen so many steerings with cooling features. You have controls for the infotainment system on the left side of the steering wheel, including these buttons where you can receive and hang your phone calls. Paddle shifters on either side of the steering wheel is available because this car can be driven in manual mode. Adaptive cruise control is available on the right side of the steering wheel, which is actually amazing. And down here on the right side you get your idling stop, lane departure assist, traction control, 360 degree view of the car, and you can activate your parking sensors using that button. You have these hidden storage spaces for you to hide a few things. You can pop the bonnet, the tailgate using this button here, which feels good. And of course for the fuel cap and the engine bay, these are your active buttons. Now let me show you the clusters. These are the clusters of the car. They are still in analog. For the 2020 or late 2019 market, you get digital clusters, but for this is still analog. The car is in park, 8,000 RPM max, 180 kilometers per hour maximum speed, and this one has 93,000 kilometers mileage on the speedometer. You also get heads-up display for a car like this. It's actually amazing. Most of the time it would display there. Let me just try and switch on the car right now. Yes, so from what you're seeing, it actually shows up there, and also you can be able to see the road signs. I'm seeing this one says 40 kilometers per hour. I don't know which road is it scanning. 40 kilometers per hour on this. Unaiona hapo? Yeah, it's somewhere here. It's showing 40 kilometers per hour. So of course, for safety, you'll be notified when you are exceeding the set speed limit. So this is a pretty safe car. Extra speakers, we have another speaker here. Your main speakers, a smaller subwoofer, not the largest, but it's punchy. Another speaker there, and of course you get another speaker here. So this is actually a very, very good setup for this amazing car. About the infotainment system, this is larger than what you get regularly on the other Mazda 6 and Mazda Atenzas. This is actually pretty good, and when the car is stationary, these are all touch sensitive, but when driving the car it becomes inactive, so that at least you can keep your head on the road. You only use these buttons to control the car when you are in drive mode. Okay, your push to start button sit here, which is actually good. Your hazard button, some nice air vents, chrome finishing, synthetic leather finish here with amazing stitches. Down here you have controls for your ACs, and that would display from this side. That would actually display from here, which of course you have this high definition display. You can set your ACs to be in auto. You can synchronize so that if you change the settings on the driver side, it will reflect on the passenger side. And for your heated seats, the seats are heated over 3 levels, both for the driver and the front passenger, which is actually amazing. I think they should have added cooled seats like in the CX-5, but I think this is where it should be. The steering wheel is heated over 1 button, which is okay, and of course these are the rest of the controls for the ACs. And for me, I think it's actually good. Of course you have your rotary controls for the ACs, and since we've set it to sync, of course you see the temperatures will be the same all round. Down here you have your DVD slot, storage space maybe for your phone, and on this side you have your gear shifter for your 6-speed automatic transmission, of which you've said you can drive the car in manual mode. And because these are petrol, you have a dedicated sports button. Your electronic parking brake sits here. You can auto hold the car, and on this side you have several controls for the infotainment system, of which personally I think this actually looks pretty much amazing. So this is a decent car with some decent controls. Everything feels good. The infotainment system, or the quality of the entertainment of this car, feels very, very good. Not the most premium, but for Mazda I would say every day, any day, it is better than what you get in all the other cars. Chrome finishing, plastic finish over there. The synthetic finish runs all across the dashboard. Beautiful stitches, and also on this side you get your glove compartment, which is not the largest, but it is actually pretty good. On the center console you have this part which of course you can push back to reveal these 2 cup holders, but if you need this closed, you just pull this stuff to close it here, and it gives you a clean look on the center console. A small armrest over here with deeper storage space, and of course you get your auxiliary output, 2 USB ports, SD card slot, and 12-volt output. So almost all the accessories that you need are located here. In the Mazda 6.5 it is placed right there, of which in the Mazda 6.5 and Mazda Demio I think it's a bit more convenient than this. So you have to open this for you to use it, but for the other vehicles it is available there for easy use. The front passenger seat gives you the same features. The seats are manually adjustable, no electric settings on the seat, which is what would be expected in a car of this caliber. On the top side you have your rear view mirror. It's not digital, so it's just an analog, the common rear view mirror. And of course you have LED lighting for the interior, which is actually pretty good. You have this storage post for your sunglasses, and on this side you have a sun visor, which has a mirror on it with some lighting, so you're pretty much covered on this side. All right, so let us also see the rear side. Let us see what this car offers. And from this side you can actually see everything looks straightforward, everything is good. A large speaker, door bins over there, not the largest, but it's actually pretty good. And one button to roll down your windows. As you sit inside there, this is what you get. Very, very comfortable seats. These are fabric, but in terms of the comfort and the sitting style, this is actually very comfortable. For me, I would say this is good. And remember, the front passenger, this front or the driver seat is pushed all the way to the rear side, and this is the space that I'm getting. So if the driver pushes the seat to the normal sitting position, I'm sure you'll get some decent space down here. Air vents on this side, no controls for the ACs, and here you get an armrest which has two cup holders, this space here to put maybe your pen, and on this side you have two USB ports to charge your accessories. So Mazda are actually very mindful of their rear passengers. In the other cars you don't get USB ports at all. Isofix anchor points for your cars. Kama uko na for your baby carrier, two of them, you can fit up to two on this side, and that is actually good. Some air pockets, lighting for the interior, which is amazing. You have those anchor points for you to hold yourself onto, and of course from the rear side, this is what you get to see on the front. So it's a decent design for a car of this nature. All right, now that we've seen the interior of the car, let me show you the boot section. And remember, there's a button that I pressed on the front side to open the boot section, so you just pop it up for you, and this is basically what you get. Look at this. So typically this is the cover for the rear side. You get 450 liters of space, which is actually decent for a sedan. For me, I think that's some decent space. And once you get here, there are usually some accessories here, but because we are in the yard and we need to keep these things safe, so some of them have been kept in the office to ensure that they don't get stolen. You can fold the seats using this button. You just pull this and the seats will fall down. Yeah, so it is actually a pretty good feature. So kama unataka gari iko na such spacing, this is perfect for you. One more thing that I need to show you is the engine bay. Let me just open that, then we call it a day. So this is where the car gets its power, or this is the power plant to this amazing unit. And of course, this is your 2-liter non-turbo petrol with Sky Active G technology, which is amazing. All the other things for the car is located here. So yeah, this is where everything happens. This is where power comes from. This is where the car has its life. Without this, hiyo gari ni mkebe sana. So if you wanted to see the engine bay, this is exactly what this car gives you. And so that's it about this 2019 Mazda Atenza. It's a very, very beautiful vehicle. Personally, this is a car that I would not compromise when it comes to purchasing it. Gari iko fiti sana, very, very comfortable, very well designed, amazing car. And also with the pricing, right now the prices have started to go up, but if you try to compare with what is happening in the Toyota world, I think this has some very decent price tag to it. And maybe if you don't like this and you want something different or a different color, there is a wine red Mazda Atenza right there, so we get you covered. And also that is a petrol. Sawa. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video to this point. Make sure to subscribe to this amazing channel, because we have so many things in store to show to you guys. We have the likes of this Mazda Premio, we have Toyota Sienna, we have Nissan X-Trail, and on the other side kuna Mazda CX-5, uko nyuma kuna Mazda CX-5, kuna Toyota Race kadhaa. There are several cars for you guys. So thank you so much for watching the video. Do not forget to subscribe and make sure you share it to your friends so that they also get to see, or they also get to understand what is happening here. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video.